Everybody loves money. The term money can't buy you happiness is complete crap. You can buy a house, car, boat, anything you want. Nowadays, you can buy a company if you really need. But money pretty much ran the life of Jordan Belfort. He woke up every day motivated to make money, and that kind of was the downturn to his life, was he was so motivated to make money. So today I'm going to be talking about the early life of Jordan Belfort, what he did at Stratton Oakmont, and how he got to prison and what he does now. So growing up, Jordan was a great salesman. In high school, there was records of him running a shaved ice business on the beach, and he made like $20,000 just in high school. And yeah, so his first business that he owned was a meat and seafood business, and it was a door-to-door. So what he would do was pretty much just go sell seafood at people's doors, and he actually went bankrupt really quick because he couldn't keep up with all the business that he was getting because he was getting too big too fast. And his first job in stocks was with L.F. Rothschild, and he had a lot of great peer mentors there. They got him introduced into how stocks work and how Wall Street works. And where he got into penny stocks is at investor centers, and if you guys know what penny stocks are, they're really bad stocks, but the difference is blue chip stocks, which are really good ones, you only make 2% commission. With penny stocks, you make 50%. So that's kind of where he made all his money. And he took the penny stock industry to Stratton Oakmont, which he started running it in the early 90s. And he ran with another guy named Danny Porush. And they started in actually like a car dealership garage, and just started small and then worked their way up. And they ran a pump and dump strategy. So what they would do is they'd take these really bad stocks and they'd buy a bunch of them, and then they'd promote them and sell a lot so the price would rise, and sell all the stocks for a really high price and make a lot of money off of it. And that's like highly illegal, but no one really knew for a while. And while he was at Stratton, he had a big drug and sex addiction. There were records that he would do enough drugs in one day to sedate the whole country of Guatemala, which I don't know how big Guatemala is, but that's kind of not impressive, but that's kind of crazy. But yeah, all this sex addiction led to divorce of both his wives, so he would hire prostitutes like daily, just not for him, but for all of his co-workers, and he had quite the lifestyle. And he did do some good things at Stratton. He hired a lot of young brokers, and while he was there, all these 1,000 young brokers, they copped out like $200 million from 1,500 different investors, and they would target middle class families and pretty much just make them go poor because they would take all their money. So when he was at Stratton, he was doing a lot of illegal things. So he went to prison in the early 2000s. The FBI caught him what he was doing, and he went to prison for like usage of illegal drugs and prostitution because he was hiring them all, and also he was participating in money laundering. So he would take all this illegal money, and since he couldn't put it in American banks, he'd take it to Swiss banks, which you can't do. And yeah, they just caught him. So while he was in prison, he wrote a book about his life, and it was called The Wolf of Wall Street, obviously. And he actually didn't want to write the book. His cellmate figured out how impressive he was. So he was just telling him, write a book. And finally he did, and he said he wrote about 70 pages a day, and there were some days where he'd write for hours and he'd just crumple up all the papers and throw them away because he didn't like what he was writing. And now he's a motivational speaker. So people want him to actually teach investors how to invest their money, not illegally, but the right way. And at first he was kind of scared to do it, but now he's actually talking to young brokers and having them learn his ways. And as you guys probably know, there's a movie about his life. It's probably my favorite movie, if you guys haven't watched it yet. So, in conclusion, talk about the crazy early life of Jordan Belfort, what he did at Stratton Oakmont, and prison and his current life. So this is like my favorite quote from him. It says, "If money isn't everything, work at McDonald's." So I think that sums up the life of Jordan Belfort perfectly, just because money was everything.